Republican Congressman from Missouri, Eric Burlison. Great to see you, sir. Also a member of the Oversight and Accountability Committee, doing great work. Congressman, good to see you. Welcome into Newsline today.
Great to see you, too.
All right, so ATF, you say this is a disaster for the American people, that it should be abolished. This is legislation that you co-sponsored with former Congressman Matt Gaetz, and it does fall under ATF, under the DOJ. So explain a little bit more in depth. If you get rid of the ATF, what should replace it, how to protect, obviously, the Second Amendment for Americans.
Yeah, thank you. You know, the ATF is really a duplicative agency. They co-opt the efforts of each state, whether it's a sheriff's office, a local police, or a highway patrol. They commandeer those resources to bend their will and have them enforce the radical and anti-Second Amendment policies of a bunch of bureaucrats in the ATF. And they have abused the Second Amendment again and again and again. Just recently with the pistol brace rule, they, you know, in my opinion, unlawfully, unconstitutionally declared tens of millions of Americans, law-abiding Americans, as violating the law, and that could be charged with felony convictions. This is a rogue agency. I think that they've been a disaster from the beginning. When you look back throughout history, they're the ones that are responsible for some of our most embarrassing moments. When you go back to Ruby Ridge or what happened at Waco, look at Fast and Furious, Operation Fast and Furious, the disaster that was. I mean, again and again, this agency continues to violate the rights of the American people. And I think that it's time that we let the states regulate the laws that are passed by lawmakers in the states. And I think that means we need to abolish the ATF.
Well, it looks like there'll be a lot of changes with the new administration. And one of the new policies Trump announced yesterday was his tariffs, talking about one of his first executive orders is to sign necessary documents to charge Mexico, Canada, 25% tariff here. Also, you know, this is about protecting people from the drugs that are coming in. Already we're getting reaction from Mexico's president. You know, the left is trying to say this is going to cripple our economy. But Donald Trump certainly is getting a lot of response, including, like I said, already hours since he announced it, from Mexico. What do you say to people who don't actually understand how much good these tariffs can do when it comes to protecting innocent Americans?
Yeah, so what's happening is that Canada and Mexico are playing cute with the cartels. They are profiting from the money that's flowing into the cartels, and unfortunately, the result is that America and Americans are losing. We're losing people to fentanyl poisoning. We're losing taxpayer dollars to all of these, to supporting the illegal immigrants that are coming across our southern border. We're losing when it comes to losing our jobs to these immigrants. So we owe it to the American people to defend our border, and we cannot continue to stand by and let Canada and Mexico turn a blind eye and profit from allowing people to cross our southern border. So I think that Donald Trump's position on this is exactly the right tone. It's setting the tone and making sure that these countries that are supposed to be our allies are actually working, to be allies of the United States and help us in these efforts to stop the flow of illegal immigration and to stop the flow of drugs into this country.
Well, we know morale over at the border, where Tom Homan will be with Texas Governor Abbott, has climbed since Donald Trump won. They'll be there in an hour. And I'm looking at this Emerson poll. Trump's favorability climbs to 54% post-election. So a lot of work to be done there in Congress alongside the new president. But it seems like the hope for what the work will bring to Americans is there. Thank you so much. Congressman Eric Burlison will continue to track that ATF legislation. And I hope you come back and visit us soon here on Newsline.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.